Once upon a time, in the vast, unending whiteness of Antarctica, where the sky and the ice were two shades of the same lonely blue, lived a small emperor penguin named Pebble. Pebble was a dreamer. Most songs were hearty, honking melodies that spoke of krill and cold winds. But Pebble's song was different, a soft, melodic hum. "Louder, Pebble," his father would squawk affectionately. "Sing like you mean it." He saw something that didn't belong. A dazzling, impossible green, shot through with threads of gold and scarlet. A sudden tremor shook the ice shelf. A great crack appeared, racing towards Pebble like a bolt of white lightning. The colony grew smaller and smaller, their frantic calls fading until only the whisper of the wind remained. Pebble was alone. For days, the iceberg drifted north, carried by an unusually warm current. The air grew softer, the sun stronger. Finally, with a gentle bump, what was left of his floating home nudged against soft, warm sand. Pebble stumbled ashore, his eyes wide with wonder. He was in a place of breathtaking chaos. Towering green giants scraped the sky. This was the Whispering Jungle. He took a tentative waddle into the dense undergrowth. His sleek, black and white coat, perfect camouflage in the snow, made him stick out like a lost shadow. Suddenly, a flash of brown fur and a chittering laugh shot down from a dangling vine, landing right in front of him. Well, what have we here?" chattered the creature. "You're a long way from the big ice, aren't you, little bird?" Pebble, encouraged by the friendly chatter, let out his quiet, humming song. It was a song of ice and solitude. Kiko's chattering stopped. He cocked his head, his big eyes softening. "That's the saddest, prettiest song I've ever heard," Kiko whispered. "You're looking for where that feather belongs, aren't you?" "The heart tree is the oldest tree in the jungle," Kiko explained. "Lately, its song has been growing faint. Maybe your song is what it needs to hear." And so began the most unlikely expedition the jungle had ever seen. The hyperactive kinkajou and the steady, quiet penguin ventured deeper into the green wilderness. Pebble, in turn, showed Kiko how to slide down muddy banks on his belly, a trick that sent the kinkajou into fits of delighted laughter. One afternoon, as they rested by a still lagoon, a pair of gleaming yellow eyes watched them from the shadows. A low growl rumbled through the clearing. It was Yago, a magnificent but fearsome jaguar. "A strange bird sings a strange song in my jungle," Yago snarled. "This is not a place for you, little ice walker." Pebble's heart hammered against his ribs, but Kiko, brave despite his size, scurried in front of his friend. "His song isn't strange, Yago. It's just new," Yago sneered. "The heart tree does not need the help of an outsider. It needs strength and power." He couldn't fight. He couldn't run. So he did the only thing he could. He sang. The song was quiet, but it traveled through the humid air, clear and pure. It didn't challenge Yago's power, but it offered something else entirely. The jaguar paused, his head tilted. For a moment, the fierce glare in his yellow eyes was replaced by a flicker of confusion, a hint of wonder. The moment was broken by a new sound, a slow, deep voice that seemed to come from the trees themselves. "A new song is a gift, Yago," the voice said. From the branches of a giant fig tree, a sloth was descending with painstaking slowness. It was Santiago. "You have guarded the jungle with strength," Santiago continued. "But strength alone cannot heal the heart tree. It needs to be reminded that the world is wider than our corner of it." With a frustrated snort, he turned and melted back into the undergrowth, the jungle swallowing him as if he had never been there. "That was very brave, little one," Santiago said to Pebble, finally reaching the ground. "Come. The heart tree is waiting." Santiago led them to the very center of the jungle, to a clearing where an immense tree stood. This was the heart tree, and its song was almost gone. "It is fading," Santiago said softly. "Its spirit is weak." How could his little song possibly make a difference to something so grand? He looked at Kiko, who gave him an encouraging chatter. Taking a deep breath, Pebble walked to the base of the mighty tree. He laid the vibrant feather against its rough bark. He simply sang his song, the quiet, melodic hum of the Antarctic. He sang of the vast, silent ice fields under a sky full of stars. A soft green light began to pulse from the trunk of the tree. Slowly, miraculously, the brown leaves began to unfurl, returning to their brilliant, living green. The sound swelled through the clearing, a symphony of two worlds colliding. All stood in silent awe. From that day on, Pebble was a hero. He was no longer the out-of-place ice walker, but Pebble, the songbringer. He had traveled across the world searching for a place to belong, only to find that home wasn't a place, but the feeling of your song being heard, no matter how quiet it might be. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for further amazing stories. See you in next adventure story.